Hello and welcome to the weekend reading vlog that we are doing for Howling Dark. Yes, I have technically started it, but that was audio and I have not added my bookmark yet at all. So this is different. I meant to even have the review video for this up this weekend, but instead did the one for The Lesser Devil, which originally was just going to be an insert into this one's review or the vlog. I don't know. But I haven't gotten this done because I got a question about a different book that I'd read over a year ago, and I answered it, but I told her I wasn't entirely sure that I believed that, and so going back to recheck through it, and I couldn't find the answer sufficiently while just skimming it, so I ended up rereading the book, and I was correct in my first assumption anyway. But that really threw me off in starting and really getting this one done. Starting this one though, going back to Hadrian, he's having a relationship right now, so that's interesting. He's actually having a relationship, and that it has been 48 years since they left Imesh, and most of that time he has actually spent asleep. He's only been awake for like 12 years of that 48, and the other time is interstellar travel. Now at the point that I am, him and his relationships being tested. They have lost somebody that was very important to them, and their mission in general that they were starting out on, where the Rain Smythe, what Lieutenant Knight, I don't remember why she's important. She's some imperial somebody, but she tasked him, to go find the Silurians. Nope. Why can't I say the alien's name anymore? I don't know. To go find this place, Veracross, this place where the aliens had met with the extra Vorgosos. That's it. To go find Vorgosos, where the aliens had met the Xenobites. Yeah, that I could say Xenobites. Okay, where the Xenobites had met with humans, the extrasolarians, and traded with them, and find out what's going on with that. That was how he got off of Imesh, right? And they have been working on that mission, but Basander Lin is growing more and more disillusioned with their mission. Hadrian says that he was never on board with it, and I'm trying to remember, even though it hasn't been that long since I read The Empire Silence, so I really should remember. Why was he so against it in the first place? Were they so antagonistic to each other? But I'm not very far into it, and so far it hasn't grabbed me. There's been stuff happened, sure. Like, oh my gosh, did stuff happen? But maybe it's because I'd started it and then I've restarted it, and I'm not really past the point I was yet. Today, though, hopefully I can sit down and physically read some, maybe. But first, I'm going to the bookstore to return the other copy of Empire Silence that finally came in from where I'd ordered it before Christmas, and it never let me cancel it. So I'm going to go return that and drop something off at the post office. Yeah, and then maybe by this afternoon, I can sit down and read. Hello, I knocked the mic. Hope my nose is not still red, because I just had like a large sneezing fit right when I was going to start recording, and I have to re-record now the Monday video because the audio was super messed up and it was like static. So I really hope that the clip I did for yesterday's book thing was not also static. Not that anybody might ever see this vlog anyway. No, I'm going to do it. It's not going to be like the last one. I'm going to, hello microphone, do it. It's just the way I'm doing it, and I'll attach it to the review video, but I don't know. I don't have like high expectations of viewership on this vlog. Let's see. I think I've made it to page 300, maybe. So halfway through the book at this point. And yeah. Oh my goodness. Hadrian. He just believes in what he's doing so much. Like the others wanted to go back to the war effort, right? Basender wanted to go, said he had orders to go back. They weren't really getting anything done with the mission anymore. They had no hope of finding Vergosos, but Hadrian defected and took Tamaran, and they did. They found Vergosos, and it's like not like the other extra Solarian cities, because those, they were the people and the machines mixed together and like holograms everywhere and projections of things. And this is like a very orderly place. He said it reminds me a lot like home, because his dad didn't allow hologram messages, like, or even banners, except for the house banner or the emperor's banner, things like that. That was all his dad would allow. So it's very clean and, organized. And so he gets to Vergosos, and he's like that. He has met with the Dark Lord. I think that's all I called it. He has this assumption of who he is, and it could be who he is. But now things are not seeming to go the way Hadrian saw them going. This guy does not actually want to help with the whole ending of the war, because he thinks that what Hadrian wants to do won't accomplish much anyway. And he's already had dealings with the Solarians. That's not right. See, why can't I ever remember how to pronounce it? He's had dealing with the Xenobites, he said, for the past 500 years. And Hadrian's like, that's before we made first contact with them. So there are things. It's very interesting. I had to stop though, because I had, things I'm supposed to be doing today. One of which was editing the video that now has to be re-recorded. So I should stop with the update, and yeah, we will come back once I have been able to read more. But now I'm going to go record the other video for the new book releases for this week. So I did not film when I ended the book for the reading vlog. I feel like my life is kind of boring, but at the same point, I know most other people have just very normal lives, and they film their normal lives in their reading vlogs, and it's just, why can't I do it? I want to do it, so what is wrong with me? Mostly there was a little bit of laziness of not wanting to move the camera. That last part, yes. And someone else having to use his computer and being in the way, I don't get why I can't do reading vlogs right. I mean, this one is okay, I guess, because it's not going to be widely seen anyway. It's just going to be kind of a side thing to go with the big review. Big. I'm still not entirely sure on that. I've been trying to debate for like over a day now how this is going to go. I've got it outlined. We'll see how it goes. But I did not film my ending reaction to this. The end, though, I am so bad too. I just listened to the end of it. I just kept listening to it because I was like, oh my gosh. And it was wow. Though this book is way more character focused, though we did dive into things with the world and finding out about the Maricanii and the Quiet. And oh my god. Like the oh my god at the end of this book. So, what happened with Hadrian at the end? Like the end and where he's going off to next. Is it bad of me to say that I don't think he deserves it? I mean, I get that it's also kind of being forced upon him, almost a punishment of sorts. But I don't think he deserves to be knighted. His decisions, I don't know. We're not supposed to like his decisions. I get that. I do. Okay, so on though to the next. I think there's intermediate ones again before book 3. I have to double check. And then I started reading a fan fiction, not for this, but for something else. So it's totally unrelated to what this reading vlog was supposed to be about, which is just this. And unfortunately, I spent like all day kind of doing that. Got like really, really into it. And it's really well written, but the story itself is quite horrible. But it's like a real written, why can't I speak? The quite horrible is what's happening in the story. So why am I so into it? I don't know. I should question myself greatly for that. Because I'm supposed to be focusing this. I didn't start the other thing that I need to read next because I wanted to, keep my mind on this before I
did the review for it, and because I'm supposed to, film this part of the vlog. But I saw something on Instagram and I'm like, what? And so I looked it up, and then now I'm reading it. And I was like 9 chapters in, and I'm like, oops. And now I'm like a quarter of the way through, apparently. It's a super, super long. It's like a full-size novel fan fiction. So, yeah. Okay, so I guess wind. That door should really be pushed more close. This should probably be the end of the vlog part, and then I'm gonna go, now I'll film the review for it with my outline here. Overall, though, I mean, it still came out a 4.5 stars, and everybody's like, we love this one more, and I'm like, but it's probably because I'm not a super character reader, and there's so much of it is the character and his decisions in this one. And I'm like, but I want to find out more about what's happening on the grander scale, Well, that's going to be it. I hope if you did actually watch to the end of this weird vlog that I did not give near as much spoilery details probably as I thought I was, or show you near enough of the information that you enjoyed it. And we will try to do this again for the next one, and we will try to get better at these because I want to. Bye, y'all. I hope you're having an awesome day and finding something great to read.